Hello all. This is the grammar lesson Verb Patterns. As you know, verbs are a main part of English speech. But in today's lesson, we'll concentrate on two patterns or two forms of verbs. The first one, as you see here in the title, we have verb plus infinitive or ing form. Okay, so we have mainly two verb forms. As a beginning, we have explore, answer the questions. We have here 6 questions. They ask you to just to figure out if you're afraid, let's say phobic, or fearless. So here's it. Are you fearless or phobic? Enjoy answering these questions alone in your book. After answering these questions, count your answers. If your answers are mostly B's, so you're fearless. And if your answers are mostly A's, so you're phobic. Okay. Talking about the grammar lesson, back to it, I want you to do the following. Highlight these verbs that I highlighted to you. Want to have, avoid having, decide to leave, spend time making, cannot help feeling, don't mind flying. And we'll continue. Offers to give, cannot stand being, imagine being, hope to be, suggests doing, refuse to do, agree to do. As you see among these verbs, the verbs that we highlighted, some verbs are followed by two infinitives, but others are followed by ing form of the other verb. So to sum up or to conclude, we can get this rule. Some verbs are followed by the infinitive of another verb, like as you see in the example here, I'm pretending to be ill. I'm pretending. So the verb pretend is followed by the two infinitive of the verb to be. I'm pretending, being, no. I'm pretending to be ill. I'm pretending to be ill. So this is it, number 1. Number 2, some verbs are followed by the ing form of another verb. For example, I don't fancy going out tonight. I don't fancy. So the verb fancy, either it's fancy or in the negative form I don't fancy, is followed by the ing form of the verb. So I don't say I don't fancy to go, I say I don't fancy going. Got it? I hope so. I want you to go to page 94 with me and look at the table. My advice to you is to memorize the verbs. Below is a list of verbs that are followed by the infinitive or the ing form or both. So as you see here, the table is divided into 3 columns. The first one, a list of verbs that are followed by verb plus infinitive. The next column, the second one, is verbs followed by ing form. And the last one, verbs that are followed by either to infinitive or ing. I'll read them to you. In the first column, agree, offer, decide, prepare, expect, pretend, fail, promise, hope, refuse, manage, seem, mean, want. The other list, followed by ing. Avoid, finish, cannot help, imagine, cannot stand, keep, don't mind, practice, enjoy, spend time, fancy, suggest, feel like. And the last one, begin, continue, hate, like, love, prefer, start. That means it's correct to say I love reading or I love to read. Okay. So we have an exercise here. This is page 95. Verb plus infinitive or ing form. Match the two halves of the sentences. I want you to think of it. Okay. When he was 4, he began. So choose the best continuation, the best half. His mother agreed. He imagined. He hoped. He did not mind. And the next, the other side. To pay for his lessons. Practicing every day. To study music at university. To learn the piano. Becoming a famous pianist. Okay. So think of it during the class time and do it. Complete the sentences with the infinitive or ing. I'll give you like a tip for this exercise. What you have to do is to highlight all the verbs that are before the space, and then you decide either this verb is followed by to infinitive or ing. Okay. And then, as it's mentioned in the weekly plan, don't forget to read again page 94 and do the homework workbook page 8 exercise 1, 2 and 3. I'm sure you're the best. Thank you a lot.